Hello and welcome to Some Sort of Opinion About Movies or something or whatever. This is our film review segment from Amateur Hour Productions. Today I'm going to be talking about Nightcrawler.
I will never ask you to do anything that I wouldn't do myself.
If you're not aware of what Nightcrawler is, it's basically Jake Gyllenhaal being really creepy for a couple hours.
Think of our newscast as a screaming woman running down the street with her throat cut.
You will be seeing me again.
It features him going around the city of Los Angeles filming different terrible accidents and crimes that happen late at night doing a freelance job. So I'm going to talk about the visual aesthetics of the film first. Really nice. The cinematography for Nightcrawler was handled by Robert Elswit, who you may have seen some of his work from There Will Be Blood and Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol.
Is that it?
No, he's done a bunch of other stuff.
That'd be the weirdest 2 credits.
I know, right?
If those were your only 2 credits.
It was very nicely handled, really painted a cool picture of LA. Most of it was filmed at night. Just kind of gave this real nice seedy underbelly without getting too gritty with it. Definitely some nice use of light and color. I really have to say, I think the thing I most appreciated from the visuals of the film were focusing on some of the subtle aspects, especially with Jake Gyllenhaal's performance. He really got right up in there on his face so you could see some of the small changes in his expression. So that was excellent. The soundtrack for it was nice. I wouldn't say it's my favorite soundtrack this year, but it definitely kind of reminded me of the Gone Girl soundtrack and that Trent Reznor kind of feel. The soundtrack was handled by James Newton Howard, and I thought he did a fine job. It fit the movie, but it wasn't anything standoutish in my opinion. Last up, I'll talk about the story. Jake Gyllenhaal, probably one of the best portrayals of a sociopath I've ever seen in film. He just completely chews up every scene and takes over. It's very fun to watch, even if you don't really like the movie, you'll appreciate his acting. I thought the storyline was great. I think it really hit on a bunch of themes of accountability in our culture, and there were a couple of moments in there that I thought maybe Jake Gyllenhaal's character, Lou Bloom, wouldn't have gotten away with some of the things that he did, or maybe he would have been put under a little bit more scrutiny, so it really depends on how much you can suspend your belief. Personally, I thought it fit in really nicely with the themes of the movie, so I thought they were pretty easily overlooked. The writing was excellent, the direction was great from Dan Gilroy, his first time directing, and I wouldn't have been able to tell. He handled it very nicely.
Collin.
Yeah, Ben.
Should I see this movie?
You should see this movie. I highly recommend.
Hey, Collin.
Yeah.
Should I see it in theaters or wait for it to be, like, on Netflix or something?
That's a good question. I'd recommend seeing it in theaters. I thought visually it was interesting enough to warrant seeing it on a big screen. But even if you don't get to see it in theaters, definitely check it out.